Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here on our program on Tomorrow Whispers. This is part of a series of asking the question about AI and creativity. How did all this happen? How did this issue come up? And the issue we're going to discuss in a few seconds. But first, I want to focus on our guest who's going to help us to travel through the world of AI and creativity. Human creativity is the focus. And we have several questions that we have to deal with. But I am so proud of his background. And there's something I want to really share and point out about him. And he's got a new book coming out. He's going to show us that. David Dephy is an award winning American poet, novelist, essayist, multimedia artist who holds a master's in fine arts. He founded the Poetry Orchestra and American Poetry Intersection, and serves as the poet in residence at Brownstone Poets from 2024 to 2025. Here are some of the terms that have been used to highlight him, and I think they still don't do a full justice of his background. He's been called a literary luminary, stellar poet, incomparable poet, brilliant grace, and extremely unique poetic voice. His awards are endless. I could be here all day just highlighting that. And David comes to the United States as an exile. He came in from the country of Georgia and was granted immediate and indefinite political asylum to the U.S. His wife and 9-year-old son reunited. Imagine this, reunited with him in the United States in 2023 after being separated for 7 years. He lives and works in New York City. David, thank you for being here on the show with us today.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much. I'm honored.
Well, there's one more thing. I sort of reserved it. I kept it special, and this is extraordinary. I've never had a guest with this kind of situation. NASA, Lunar Codex, and Brick Street Poetry sent David's poem, A Sense of Purpose, to the moon in 2025.
Oh, yeah.
Bravo,
Thank you.
bravo, bravo.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Oh,
If
no, 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 no. And you continue to evolve, you continue to inspire through your poetry. And I see you doing readings here and there, and it just keep me always in the loop. And we also need to post on this show where people can sign up to follow you with all your readings and abilities and all that. So, David, let me set the premise here. What happened was this year, the MIT Technological Review came out with a story, and this is what triggered everything. And the question in that MIT Tech Review was defining creativity in the age of AI. So the question started, so is AI a threat to human creativity? Is human creativity going to vanish now that we have the use of AI? These are questions, not statements, not supporting either one. And I'm dropping the question on your lap. So you, I think, decided to choose the idea of perhaps AI isn't eroding human creativity. I love what you said. It's actually giving us new pressure to evolve. Let me pass it on to you, and please share with me. I'm all ears. What did you mean by that?
Yes. Thank you. Well, it's a pretty big subject, big topic, and we can talk endlessly. I'm watching very closely what's going on in AI field today in art world and especially in poetry and novelism in the world globally, not only in America, but everywhere. And yes, I think I came to the point that I need to make some decision for myself. Am I a man who use AI as a tool to understand better the world and myself, or AI use me? Why it collects data so passionately? And then I realized that the question is not what is or who is AI, but how it does. How it does. That's the question came from my father when I was pretty young and a teenager. My father was a nuclear physicist, and my son as well is a physicist, and I have become a poet. How it's even understand.
Oh, I can see the relationship perfectly. I'm totally confused.
And he said to me, he left physics just because of he said that there is no physics anymore in the world, but only politics and government. It's very dangerous because if you want to be a physicist, you should go to America or Great Britain or somewhere in West Europe, but not in Georgia. It's pretty dangerous under Russian control. It was dangerous. My father, with his physicist friends, was working on AI in the late 80s and late 70s, theoretically, because they all of them were the huge fan of Arthur Clarke and Stanley Kubrick's movie when it came out. They all see what's coming. So AI, how it does artificial, and I don't think so. This is right term or name for AI, for the machine. Because in today's world, we all have our consciousness, and machine also has consciousness. Somehow we put the consciousness into the machine, and we achieve the level of our existence very strangely, very quickly, the new level. I mean, what if we consider ourselves as a heroes of AI story? That AI is a storyteller, narrator, and it tells the story about all mankind and humanity, what has happened or what might happen on the planet. For example, you are in LA. LA is under hard times right now. We all see from New York what's going on in LA, and this is not a good news. It's a bad news, actually. We're same chaotic movement again and again. War in Ukraine, then and now LA, Georgian stuff under Russian control. Everything is pretty messy. India stuff. What if we consider that illusion is the part of the reality, that we, all mankind, are just a group of the students. And if we learn enough, and if we understand ourselves as a part of this huge educational system called illusion, as we consider that illusion is a tool of education, then we will achieve the new level of our existence. Then we will hold ourselves at that level, and we can push ourselves forward. And that's the poetry is all about, to see beyond the borders and beyond the walls of misunderstanding and stupidity, darkness, dishonesty. Our planet always was pretty dark in this matter. I mean, dishonesty always ruled the planet. Stupidity was like a virus spread against the people in every century. Just a few men, visionaries, had and have now some strength and spirit to move forward no matter what. What if we consider ourselves as a part of this illusion, and we accept this illusion that AI creates illusion of existence, but it's very real, very tangible. AI can replace everything and everybody very soon. It is happening. We will lose this. We want or not, we will lose this game. That's why we should not play this game with AI, to be observed by something else. That's why we're creating so many stuffs. Technology drives us. It's our drug, technology. We love technology. We love to be under technology's pressure all the time and fight. It's like a Sisyphus myth. All the time, go up and go down, go up and go down endlessly. Does it make sense? For me, somehow it makes sense, but not totally. It's very tiny gap between illusion and real reality, because illusion is a part of reality. So if we love to be controlled by AI, we will perish and we will vanish, no matter what, because there is no other way to survive without freedom. Freedom is only way, it always was, is, and will be way of survival of our mankind. Because many civilization just vanished, as you said, famously, vanished before us just because of they allowed to be controlled by some artificial passion, some hypocrisy, for example. AI looks like a little hypocrite, looks like a little over powerful, omnipresent God, but is this true? I don't think so. Now, let me explain why. I'm working with the kids at the New York Edge as an art teacher, and I can describe my students, school students, as a visionaries. They have clear vision. They can understand past. They can accept present. They can see and feel the future through the art. They see and they telling us every day that future, yes, we all know that future is now, but future is very tangible through art, through poetry. And if everything already replaced and displaced by AI, there is no chance to be useful in the future world. But, and there is a big but, there is one thing that AI in marketplace cannot replace or displace. I call this one thing emotional knowledge. To feel knowledge. Yes, emotional knowledge. What does it mean? It means freedom. Freedom, always good news. Freedom always works. Freedom of expression. Because anyway, our creativity doesn't have any borders. If we are good enough in our fields, we can move forward. AI somehow is pretty limited. It looks like it's unlimited power, but no, it is limited because we put these limits into it or onto it. And I think so that in today's world, when widely spread AI shortcasts can control us, and in this global dishonesty, choosing to be a decent person and truly unique and truly original poet is a radical act. So I see a pretty divine future for us. I'm very optimistic because we have passion learning through this process. Because for me, control always is a symbol of failure. But we should fail first to learn that this is the limit. That's end of the story. We should go up again. This is the just bottom line. So I think so. The decency and originality, this is the key for creativity. AI doesn't have emotion. Maybe it will learn in the future, but no, there is something called spirit. No one knows what is this. And this is our weapon, secret weapon. We have spirit of creativity. We can be unexpectable. And unexpectedness is the way.
One thing you remind me of that these are, at the end of the day, these are all machines, AI. They don't die. They have no reaction to life and death. They're not threatened by anything. They're not worried ever about food. So, they don't have the emotions of humans. And I don't see that happening in any way, shape, or form for them to absorb that and react to the world through those things that I'm interpreting from you, that it's our human spirit. So we do have sort of, nature has a guardrail that actually separates us. But
Correct.
I'm very interested about the point where you say we easily give away our freedom. I'm reinterpreting. Do we easily give away our freedom over to machines and say, gee, they're smarter than us. They must know what's the right thing to do?
No, We created AI, not AI, not otherwise. No, we are smarter than AI. This is the myth. Oh, come on, people. I don't believe in. Do we control? Yes. It controls us? No. We are control electricity everywhere, internet everywhere, iPhones, book publishings, paintings, everything. No, it's just a brand new. It's beautiful. We're not going to give in, not yet, but it's dangerous as well because if we fail and if we don't understand that we are failing all the time without decency, creativity, responsibility, and sense of freedom, then of course our civilization will be vanish and the illusion will be our starting point again to start all over again through illusion again and to move forward again and spend a lot of time, a lot of human lives all over again to achieve the same place when we started. Why? Because we unconsciously are ready to failure. But failure is the only way to understand our victory. So this is paradoxical circle works perfectly. And there is no place for omnipresent AI. AI is just a one part of our vision, how we see the world. Religion, art, creativity, sport, science, war, politics, crimes, everything is our understanding. That's how we justify ourselves. That's how we describe the world. Crime, forgiveness, punishment, forgiveness, religion, love, mysticism, poetry, music, sport, baseball, everything is our understanding how we see ourselves. This is all our symbols. That is poetry is all about, to create events that we exist on our planet. And yes, it's dangerous, AI dangerous, but it's beautiful. So I think beauty and freedom, responsibility and decency will prevail.
Okay, very hopeful. Now, I also know that you recently have a new book. Could you talk a little bit about that, please?
Um, I'm honored. Thank you. Yeah, this is it.
Wow. Rays never were so near as now.
Yes, it has been published by Westbury Literary Group in Berkeley, California on February 14, 2025, this year. I have a brilliant publisher and editor. His name is John David Haig. He is a PhD in literature from Boston University. He works and lives in LA, sorry, in Berkeley, California. And yeah, he accepted my manuscript. And we talked actually, thank you. We talked a lot about AI, how we're not using AI in creativity because we don't need this. Maybe we need AI for some grammar stuff to find the commas, some grammarly stuff, but not in creativity. It's obvious something was created by AI. It's obvious that it's artificial. There is no something called spirit. That's crazy to think that we're just wearing our bodies and AI wears our computers. That's the difference. I think so. Everything will be pretty useful and fine when we go through these fears of misunderstanding, fears of control, that, oh my God, AI will kill us all. Maybe if we are not smart enough, brave enough, and creative enough, of course they can kill us. AI
Well,
digits.
we had nuclear bombs before that, and I think they
Of
were far
course,
more
yeah,
effective.
that's the tragedy that we can kill ourselves before AI will.
Yeah, yeah, we're blaming that, and we're figuring out how to control it, especially like you said, we have physicists who came up with a lot of brilliant ideas about how to control little atoms and do things with them.
And that's why my father left physics.
No, I understand what you're really working on, and you say, wait a minute, it's a whole different area. So, Liz, we're ready to end the show, unfortunately. What I get from you is that there is something special called human spirit, which AI cannot duplicate. And we've evolved because we have it. And we've put our ideas through that world of emotions that a machine AI will never be able to do.
I always try to be pretty away. of this understanding can pretty, I never accept this, that we're not special. I try to avoid people who treating us as we're not special. No, we're all special. We're unique. We have our passion. We have our understanding. We have many gifts to create the better world by better means. I mean, poetry itself. So we're all special. If we, for example, if someone can tell us or tell me, if I ask him, tell me by what means you want to distinguish yourself to show me that you're special, then I will tell you who and what you are in reality. So that's the way, the way that AI doesn't have, not even close. We have the sense of prophecy. We have the sense of vision. We have, all of us, we know that the biggest emotion called love, it's real. Also emotion like hatred is real. We know what means the word dangerous. We can describe. We read Hamlet. We know story of Macbeth. We know a lot about ourselves, but AI is pretty new. It's a newborn baby, and this is not the monster of Frankenstein, not even close. It's something else, pretty new. But in this world, when AI is a main hero of our story, we should found ourselves in our own story when AI plays the one role, not the whole play. No, it's just a one character of the whole human story. Like, for example, cross is a symbol of Christianity. But the gospel is not about cross. It's about something else. The same thing is AI. AI maybe acts as a gift or maybe acts as a punishment. We don't know yet. It's up to us. Cross, before Christianity, was a tool of death. And after one man who challenged the whole civilization, it has become absolutely opposite. It's symbol of freedom, revelation, salvation, love, responsibility, decency. And the word decency, in my opinion, describes poetry the best because decency is the crown achievement for poets, in my case.
Thank you very much, David, for being on our show and giving me the insights. I'm not sure how much I'm clear, but I do know you left a lot of thinking. You've stimulated with a lot of material that I have to take back and analyze and put it together. I hope that your message gets across to all of us that poetry is not just something people write to make it sound beautiful. There are very deep, serious messages in it, and that we can lose our creativity, but we can regain it. We're human. We can get back on our feet. And if we stop saying to ourselves, AI will replace everything, then we're failing to see ourselves who we really are as humans.
Correct. It's like breathe in, failure, breathe out, victory and success. Breathe in, failure, breathe out, victory and success. All the time. This is ongoing process, and this process is beautiful. It's brilliant.
Thank you, David. I wish you well. I wish your family well, and may you continue to evolve even more forever on your poetry and your writing, and more than anything, motivating people to think more about being human.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, David.